Hi, do you know that 90% of all markets are operated by smart money? Learn to think like smart money. Use volume spread analysis. Invest or trade by following the smart money. iVSAchart analytics will 1. Identify exactly when to buy, when to sell, and what to buy and avoid. 2. Maximize profits and minimize risks. And 3. Give trading or investing edge you need now. Try it now. Free trial available.
Okay, welcome to another Friday iVSA chart. Okay, this is pretty much where we're going to left off from our last Wednesday. As you can see, the charts here are pretty interesting today. And now remember, these charts are end of day. So if you can see it, then it won't be updated. The chart will be updated at 8 o'clock. As you can see today, this is quite a nice one. Let me just give you a bit of outlook in here. Normally when we see tests, each time the test need to be confirmed. Okay, here's one, another one, another one, another one. This was actually confirmed. It went up, it came back down. This actually closed below here, but we have a spring. So which does confirm a lot of congestion in here, and that's good. If you switch to a weekly chart, which I will show you right now. Okay, now you would see something very interesting. Okay, yep, see that? That's a average bar. Okay, so that's an average bar. That tells you we have a spring in here. Market closed up high, came back off. It's still pretty much in a sideway. Now, let me just draw your attention to a 1 year. This is what we are looking at. Okay, as of now, the market is going to go through here. Similarly here. Okay, let me just highlight it. This is where we're going to be going through in here. Okay, today as of Friday, market closed back a bit lower, 1603. So you can see this. This is a sort of an average bar. Nothing great. This is a widespread bar. So that's all I want to sort of talk about the thing. But a few things I want to talk is the iVSA chart in here it has a spring in here. And typically when we see a spring, the market will have to move back higher, and it did. It came off, but it didn't go lower than this. So this one that tells you market continue to be bullish. And next week is the US FOMC meeting, and that's what we want to see. We are beginning of a sideways market from in here. Now, for those of you, how many of you are not iVSA subscriber yet? How many of you are not? So I want to know who I'm talking to, because what we did was who is not. Okay, I think all of you are actually. Yes, everybody is. Yep, looks like everyone here is. Okay, so we got the regular folks in here, right, who is attending in here. So that's pretty good. So what I'm going to do next is, since we have everybody who is very familiar with iVSA, we can see this market is going to be holding up in here. Few stocks I want to look at for today. Definitely one was, which I have looked at, was UEM. Okay, UEM was the chart that shot up today a lot. I think I'll talk about that one here. Okay, now let me switch back to 6 months plus a daily chart. It's no surprise to see a spring in here. We did have a close off, and the market just shot up today. Okay, now we can see here, this is the daily chart of line chain. Now we have suddenly almost 500,000 in here. We got an upthrust, right? The formation is not that good because we didn't have much of the volume. You can see in here. Let me just show you 3 months. Would be better. Okay, the 3 months. You can see that here the volume, right, was very, very low, 0.5, 0.5, 0.5, and then we have this one in here. Suddenly have 0.1, 0.4, 0.4, and then we have 0.5. I think today we hit about 1 million. So that makes the whole market very interesting. Again, if you look from the 18-day line change trading rules that we have, this has not satisfied. the rule because it's still pretty much, and we can see that percentage scale. Okay, I have a question here. Yep, 1.4 million. That's right. Today is 1. Did you go in, Willie? Yes, and what price did you went in? Oh, you bought 101 and sold 106. Wow, that's okay. So you make money, yeah? So really make sure on the iVSA community state it. I just want to know whether some of my comments or input to the iVSA community helps you to make money. It's important because there are still some people who rather unsure. As I said before, this was a quick trade, but there was potential with it, and that was good. Thanks a lot, Willie. That's how many percent did you make actually? 5 cents out of $1. That's 5% in a day. That was a quick buck. If you make, that's about 500 quick buck. But do note today, if I switch to a real-time chart here, okay, and you can see, okay, 5%. That's not too bad. 5%. It's quite good. Okay, to UEMS. Okay, you can see. On the daily 15-minute bar, okay, you can see market continued to break up. 9:15 when it hit 103, came back down. This was a 15-minute chart, right? Came off. You see here was very interesting. Now, if you look at it, applying again using just Wyckoff, this was yesterday, so there's no chance. This morning when I first talked about it was 11 o'clock. I think so. Yeah, 11. Yeah, about hit here, came off. And you notice this was the bar that we, on hindsight, of course, you can see here, does look like a spring. This 2 bar volume. Spring can happen 2 things: ultra high volume or low volume. And this was a nice one, a low volume spring. Market went up, and then another one here. And also notice here, this was a test, right? And look at this one here. It was a test, and then the line chain came in around what, 4 o'clock? What time did the market break back higher? Okay, 4:15, and it pushes up in here the last 15 minutes, and it goes higher. And the volume bid came in. It's not the end. Actually, as a matter of fact, I don't think this is the end. Monday, it went up to 10. Had a high of went up, no, not there. Went up high of 103. I think it was 106. Am I correct? Yeah, no, it's closing even higher. Yeah, this was a daily chart. You can see went up to 1.4 million. Let me just refresh this again. Yeah, 106. So it crashes up, went up to 106 here, and that was good. You see, volume finally came in. So just not the end of it, the way I look at it. Yep, I know you're trading a very fast time frame in here. As I said before, some of these stocks do happen. The line chain came in, and we are in a nice thing. And also, someone did make a comment too on some of the other stocks like the oil and gas. To make a, well, what do you all think? Other than any other stocks in here, some nice setup. Okay, the other one was someone was looking. That was actually Kulim. I know Xinhua. I think Xinhua was this one here. Okay, you can see that was a line change again. Let's look back at the last 2 months or maybe 1 month. Okay, you can see that was a nice line change here. This was, now like it or not, the computer may not pick up a lot of things like this. This was definitely a narrow spread bar. You can see volume just 1.2, and then you got up to 4K and then 29, and that's how the market went up, right? So this is definitely one trade. I don't know where is it today. How is Xinhua today? Xinhua still moving sideways, but nevertheless I think it's a fine trade to do, right? Because it's going to congest a bit longer than here. And similar to one of the last Friday, we have Inari, right? I think we talked about Inari as one on Wednesday. So we talk about Inari, we have uptrust, and typically when you see uptrust, it needs to be confirmed. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, it needs to be confirmed. Normally we see uptrust, and this is what I mean. Okay, so when uptrust needs to be confirmed, like we see it here, and then market continue to go higher and higher and higher. Now when we go up, low volume is fine. if you march up on low volume, it's fine, okay? Because it's not at, probably at, if you look at it, what stage are you in? Okay, Inari Marathon, what stage are you in? You got to go back to 6 months and take a look at it. Let me just erase this. What stage are you in? Right, this is a stage 4, stage 1, beginning of a stage 2. Well, you may say some of this like a stage 3, but not yet. Now, another way to look at it is also using a weekly chart. Okay, oh, we have a test, but that's not confirmed, right? Until we get tonight. Okay, so that's test. So let's see if the test is confirmed, then the market might go high if it takes out the 335. I think today market is at about, well, I personally bought a bit of Inari for myself and my client. So this is one of those trades you should have. 331, right? The high was 335, and you still have a bit of volume closing in here. And that's going to be interesting to see how this pans out next week. Okay. Any particular chart you want me to look at? Let me switch to a daily chart here. Okay. Okay, whole hub. Let's look at whole hub. Okay, whole hub, construction. Yeah, whole hub has a line change, which is a nice one. It actually turned green. Again, this is very, very similar to this okay, UEM. So it's if it's a trade, okay, then it doesn't fall under the 18-day line change, because you are so pretty much down here. Okay, now let's look at the whole hub. Where is it today? Did it shoot up? No, it didn't shoot up. Okay, so that's what, and volume is high too, and that's not a not a good thing when they dip down on high volume in here. Okay, Mitra and Intex, yeah, sure, a lot of people. Yeah, let's look at AirAsia. Okay, AirAsia now is forming an upthrust in here. Again, everything needs to be confirmed. Now you notice, we are still very far away. Okay, every time when I switch to here, yes, we're still very far away from here. Okay, so if all things goes well, hopefully it can able to sustain and go back higher. That's what I can hope for. At this point, just let the profit run. Don't be too scared to let the profit run. You have to let the profit run. Okay. What are the others? Okay. Shares. Okay, we got AirAsia. Then we got what else? Mitra and Intex. I saw someone told me about Intex. Now remember, these are chart. Now you can see on naked chart, it's very difficult. You can't see anything at all. That's why we need the iVSAchart. Okay. Okay. Now if we look at Intech, okay, hey, it turns green, but there's no line change. Look at that, a lot of UT, right? Lots of upthrust in here. So a lot of pressure for it. But if it doesn't fall, let's see whether Intech broke up today. Did he? Okay, looks like it's not ready yet too. Okay, still testing, lots of tests. So you can see with that why, when you buy something like Intech, anything you see in Intech, I don't see anything in Intech actually. Anything you see in Intech? Anyone? Okay, share with me. What do you see in Intech? One of the things we want to do in our iVSA committee, in our chat room, whatever stocks you talk about or pick, give a 10-word sentence why you picked this. Is it my friend recommended it, or my auntie recommended it, or I like it, and such things like that? Yeah, that would be definitely great to pick stocks, and we'll learn much faster that way. Okay, another one is Mitra. Okay, so you can notice Mitra came off, have a line change here. Today is how is it doing today? Okay, okay, still holding up. That looks like it's base building, a nice one in here. Similar to MYEG. That's a nice stock in here. Home REITs is oh, the water restructuring. Yeah, and if you look at the water restructuring thing, but it's not giving anything. If it's a water restructuring, it should have broken out. Okay, so Darren, use your iVSAchart chart to look at it. Okay, Darren. And the next one is Mitra. Oh, we just did Mitra. And what's the other one you want me to look at? Okay. MYEG. MYEG is good. I like MYEG. And let's look at Jacob's one. Okay. Borneo Harvest. Regular suspect. Now before we do that, I always want to look at iVSAchart. And then you compare back to the old screen. Okay, let's look at Borneo. Borneo Aqua Harvest, not Borneo Oil. Now we see here, you got a lot of nice spring in here. Doesn't pay dividend. So it's okay to sort of hold it up at 86, right? And you can buy 86 in here. Potentially breaking up is good, but I don't see any chance of going down. But if it does take out 88, 89, this will be a good level to buy. 88, 90 cents in here. Am I correct? Okay, I haven't seen the say 88, 89 cents in here. Let me just refresh this again. Yep, that's today's chart. So you can see in here 88, 89. That's what we are looking for. It's continued to congest from here onwards. Okay, LNG. Okay, let's look at LNG. Okay, I mean, I'll look at lots of charts in my life, in my career here, and once in a while you will see something really that sort of sticks out, and I'm like, yeah, LNG is pretty good. You got the 27k here line. This is what I mean. The test confirms continue to go higher. It took out the 50 there. It's coming very close to here. Now this is what I've talked about here, right? Just because it breaks up, it must be convincing the 200-day moving average. Else we are still in a continued stage here. Let's look at land in general today. Okay, nice move up too. Okay. Oh, it's updated already. Yeah, 11 is updated. It updated quite quick too. I think 715s will be updated. Jacob is up. Okay. Jacob, let's look at Jacob. Yeah, Jacob was up. Jacob, like there wasn't much to it. You can see trend is still pretty much down. You get upthrust. And today volume is 2.4 lah, friend. Very small lah. 2,400 shares only. That's why it will never get picked up in here. You gotta have a bit more bite, 7,000. You can buy, very hard to get out. Okay. You gotta have a bit more sting to it. And this is what I mean. Wait for it to turn green. Your odds will be on your side. Okay. And last one I want to look at is home REITs. Okay. Now home REITs in here, hey, you got tests here, finally. That's nice. You got upthrust, came back off. Remember, each upthrust need to be common. This was a nice setup coming to here. I mean, if you go up to September 8, I'll show you here, September 8, and then you click update chart, right? So you can see this is where we were, right? You can see this is why I like, you got a spring, and then you got upthrust, took out the upthrust, and volume came in. Then you go to the next bar. Okay. Market have upthrust going higher in here. So technically, we think that market need to be confirmed. You take one more day. Okay. So such the came off. Okay. But this was on low volume, 21,000. This was 39,000. And today, okay. So what we are seeing that markets are going down on low volume, which is okay. Okay, but you must see at one point in time market need to come back up again. Then we saw it did, yeah, back to 1% here. So back to what, 99 cents here. And you can see that's test. So once a test is confirmed, probably take out a 1 or 2, 1 or 3 to be done. Oh, Yongtai, yeah, we were talking a lot about Yongtai too, right? Okay, this is what I always talk about. When you try to break through the so-called the 200-day moving average, that need to be convincing, right? But anyway, it's been up 1, 2, 3, 4. You can see here, volume, it's very high here. Volume is very high. Then the market break off. If it does support over at 56 cents here, it will be good. Okay, so I'll leave you with the iVSA chart clinic. I'll be doing the closing bell, and I think our admin people will post a snapshot of the closing bell for next week update. Okay, any last questions before I close the session here? Just want to keep it short so all of you can go home and have dinner. All right, if there's no question then we call it a day, and I'll catch you guys later. Bye bye.